So over the last few months, I've been sent in a lot of different products and I've been meaning to do a review on them, but every time I went to do a review, there was another product that would come up and something else that was more important and I'd just get onto that. But today that's all gonna change, and we've also got a few new hot products that have just been sent in as well. One being a new headset from Audio Technica, which we're gonna take a look at, and also Corsair sent out a massive box of goodies for Christmas. So there's a lot of different reviews that are gonna be packed all into one video today, and we're gonna go through it pretty quickly. So if you guys enjoy this new format as well, then please let me know in the comments. But let's get on with it. Welcome back to Tech. Yes, it is Brian coming to you guys today with a look at many different products, sort of like a mass mini review all in one video. And the first of which we have is the BPHS1 from Audio Technica. And this is a headset that's designed for streamers or people who want a really good microphone built onto a headset with really good audio quality. Now, I have tested out the audio quality coming into these headphones, and it's extremely good. Bass and mids are really present. It's a warm sound signature, which I'm not used to with Audio Technica headphones that I've tried in the past. So for me personally, I love the audio coming into these headphones, but also with that, the microphone is the biggest selling point of this headset. I'm actually recording this piece here for you guys so you can hear exactly what it's like. Dynamic microphone, so it will cancel out a lot of the background noise, but with that, you will need a USB audio interface. With the one I've got now is the ASRock by Reolink. This has a compressor built on. It's also got an XLR in and also a 1/4-inch jack headphone out. So out of the box, basically this headset won't work with onboard audio and a lot of sound cards too. So you will want to get a USB audio interface if you purchase this. It does come in at $200 USD, so it is a little bit expensive, but for what you're getting, it is extremely good if you want to stream or you just want good audio quality when you're playing games with your friends, or you want to do a bit of broadcasting work on the side. Now, it's currently out in the US, and in Australia, they're going to release it locally in early 2018. So expect an update with that. And with that, let's get on to the Mod Mic 5 now. So next up now, we have the Mod Mic 5. This is a microphone that just attaches onto any pair of headphones. Regardless of having that cable on your headphones, you now add an additional cable, which makes your headphones a headset. And with the Mod Mic 5, Antlion have told me that they've improved it over the Mod Mic 4. It's got a better microphone, but also with that, the cabling is much better too. They've included tubular protective covering, so you can put both your headphone cables and the Antlion Mod Mic cable into one cable and sort of clean it up. They've also included an inline mute switch, and all this can be had for $50 US shipped to your door. So next up here we have the Xiaomi Mi6, I think it is. And this is a smartphone that essentially is delivering just pure value for money in terms of the hardware. Comes loaded with 6 GB of RAM, 64 GB of internal storage, and also with that, it's an all-glass model as well. So it does look very sleek. The screen is very nice. However, one thing I did use this for about a good month, and one thing I found over that period was that the phone itself, although it was fast and snappy, it did have problems with the apps working on this particular phone. Google Maps, for example, when I was driving and doing parts hunts, I'd pull over and then I'd try and get my Google Maps just to quickly check where I was going, make sure I was on the right path, and then it would just quit to the phone top, not the desktop. I don't know, that's what you call it, the phone top, but it'd go to the phone top and suddenly I'd just find myself frustrated. Also, the battery life and the UI was a little bit mediocre for me, as well as the audio coming out of this phone. So the hardware itself, if you're into a very sort of fast and snappy phone and you need something that's a workhorse, this phone will definitely be for you if you're looking for value for money. Though if you're like me and you want a little bit more from a smartphone, especially with the UI and the experience, then personally I'm with Huawei and I've been with them for years. I went back to my P9 after I started using this and I haven't looked back. Now I'm on the Mate 10, but if you're looking for something that does kick it hard for value for money, then I'll put the link in the description below, as this was provided by Banggood and it does come in at a pretty good price point, especially for the hardware that you're getting. Also, the camera was very mediocre as well, especially even compared to the P9, so it's really got a lot of just raw hardware. That's the thing that's going for it in this phone, as well as the aesthetics. So next up here we have a very cool little LED light. It's called the Litra torch, and I actually was surprised when I pulled this thing out of the box. It was very small. It charges up via a USB cable, and it's magnetic as well, so you can stick it to any metal object if you need a light on the go. It does work with a GoPro as well. It does have a GoPro mount, and there are 3 different levels of brightness as well as a flashing mode, and you can turn it straight off by holding the power button down. One thing I would have liked to have seen with this little attachment would have been a shoe mount as well, a horseshoe mount, so you could put it on the cameras, for example, like my Sony camera that I'm using now. That would have been a really good addition, though I believe you can just purchase one of these off eBay for like $1 and it would fix up this torch absolutely fine. Though for what it's worth, very cool little device. But with that said, it's time to take a look at some little keyboards and little computers. And first up here we have the Evanpo E3. It's a mini wireless touchpad and keyboard, and it comes in at $17 US. And so it's very cheap, but one thing I found was the keyboard was just way too small. I could not use this thing, and I would not like to use this thing just due to how small it is. But if you need something in your living room or for a smart TV or something like that, then I can see how something like this could be beneficial, especially if you don't use it that much. And of course the touch sensitivity was right on the money. It was very good in terms of the touch sensitivity. The keyboard did work well for what it was. And also the coolest thing about it was you had the modes to switch between keyboard and touchpad. And when you switch to the touchpad mode, the whole little keyboard itself became one big mouse. So that was actually a pretty cool idea. And in practice, the wireless signal is strong, comes with a charging cable, charges via USB 2. So not a bad little product for $17. However, speaking of small computers, we have here the GPD Pocket, or Gamepad Digital. This was an Indiegogo campaign starter, I think, and now it's being sold on gearbest.com for about $500 US. That's delivered to your door. And so they sent this over, and it does come with Windows 10 pre-installed. And now, of course, whenever I see a Windows 10 key, I just show you guys. I'm a hookup, so let me know in the comments section below if this Windows 10 key works for you. But with that said, it comes with a small keyboard that works very well, and the build quality is very nice. It also has an Intel Atom CPU processor and also has 8 GB of memory installed with a 120 GB SSD. And this thing really, when it comes down to it, is very nice for watching movies on the go, or if you need to send emails, it's very good for that as well. So it's sort of like a mini little pocket device that you can carry with you for quick business. In terms of gaming, I don't think it would do much of that. At least I checked, can it run it on Dota 2? And this thing couldn't run it at all. I mean, it might be good for some web browser games, but with that said, I don't really think it's a gaming device. It more or less functions as a mini business computer. Though of course, just like the Evanpo keyboard, another weakness with this device is since the keyboard is so small, it really is hard to type on. I think I got like 16 words per minute when I was typing with this device. Though the little mouse pad, little digit thing, that works really well in practice. And also besides that, charging this thing is a breeze, and it's very small, both with the adapter included too. So next up with the list of goodies, we have here a box sent in from Corsair. Corsair is a channel sponsor, and the reason I took a sponsorship with them is because they make really good products. And they sent us out a Christmas gift, and inside was a keyboard that honestly looks really damn good. This is the K70 Rapid Fire Special Edition, or SE. It's white keycaps on a very light silver aluminium brush surface. You've also got RGB backlighting as well, and out of the box, the RGB lighting is a really good color code as well. You've got the Cherry MX silver switches as well, which are faster than the reds in terms of response times, so glad to see that was implemented on this keyboard. You've got your media controls in the top right. I think I have fell in love with this keyboard already. Sorry for the rude interruption. I just had to quickly go outside for a few hours and start rendering walls with my friend. But back onto topic here, we've got the ST100 headset stand or headphone stand. It's RGB, can also power USB devices from the included USB device. And they also sent over a hat as well, and that's pretty cool. And there was a Christmas decoration, Christmas tree decoration as well, that NVIDIA also sent over one as well. So I've got 2 Christmas tree decorations now. And speaking of hats and swag and all that, ASRock sent over their hat as well, and this one looks really cool. They've also sent over a folder and a pillow, and I'm not sure if that's a message that they want me to get more sleep or if they want me to be more organized, and or both. So the next product we got up here is a KamiGami Robot. They sent over 2 of them, but unfortunately the instructions didn't work. So my brother, he just built this in his spare time, and we got it working here, and I decided to give it a trial run, and it works okay. I mean, the controls are a little bit awkward. It doesn't move where you want it to go, but you can control the speed from slow to really fast, and it does go pretty fast as its max speed. It's also got different modes like Afraid of the Dark, and trying to scare my cat with it, my cat just didn't get phased at all. So I think this product would be one of those things that would be really cool if you had a 5-year-old and you wanted to build something together and just control 2 of these with smartphones each. They are $50 US each, and I think this was done from a Kickstarter campaign or something like that. So I'll put the link in the description below if you want something to build with your kids or something like that, just something fun in your free time. But as opposed to just a dedicated adult, something like this, I'd probably rather like some really fast monster truck or something like that, which with better controls. So as I said before, the controls were a little bit awkward, did have a mind of its own sometimes and didn't really go where I wanted it to, but did manage to do some burnouts sometimes, which is weird. But also with that, the battery life lasts about 20 minutes and it takes about half an hour to charge up from the computer too. So now the next product we got here is the Reolink. This is a security camera and it's wireless, so it can connect to your router or your smartphone directly, or you can put in a micro SD card. Now it does come with 4 lithium batteries. You can use rechargeable batteries if you like to, and so you can put this anywhere and just start having a security camera on hand. And now I decided to check the quality of this security camera, and it was actually surprisingly really good, especially in the dark, and I guess that's where you would want a security camera to perform. So when we put this in the room, it performed really well in the dark. So it's great for monitoring kids. But if you wanted to use it outside for a dedicated security device, I'd maybe think twice about it, because it does come with an installation kit. You can screw it down and it is pretty effective, but it's so easy to take off. Like, they've got 2 options. You can connect it via a magnet, or you can connect it via screwing it down. But both methods are extremely easy to take this camera off and just essentially run away with it. Though it does work really well, and connecting and setting it up is extremely easy too. Though last on the test bed, we have 2 different products from Oris and Gigabyte, though I'm pretty sure nowadays they're 2 and the same, but they have first up here the Oris ATC700, which is a massive cooler with 2 fans pre-attached and some RGB on the top. And this cooler, after testing it for 20 minutes with the X5670, which is a 6-core 12-threaded Xeon at 4.32 GHz at 1.35 volt, did extremely well. I mean, this is an air cooler. It could handle a very aggressive overclock with 30-degree ambient temperatures, and it did so while remaining not too loud. I'll let you guys take a quick listen to the noise. And so I was actually quite happy with the performance of this cooler, though the installation was a bit tedious. I'd like to see them maybe rework the installation on this thing, but other than that, it's actually a pretty solid cooler. And if you like the look of it, then maybe it's for you. As opposed to the power supply, I don't really have the proper gear to fully test power supplies yet. But one thing I've noticed though is I do look for actual voltage changes, and that's related, of course, not just to the power supply, but to the motherboard itself. And the power supply seemed to check out. It was doing a pretty decent job, at least with overclocking this Xeon to 4.32 GHz, which again is not actually bad for the dead heat of summer. So both these parts seem to be doing the job. Of course, with the power supply, we'll only be able to tell over time if this thing is a solid unit or not. But with that, both these parts will be used with this X58 motherboard in an upcoming comparison for you guys. I'm going to be comparing this X5670 Xeon at 4.32 GHz versus the Ryzen chips, which will be overclocked, and the Coffee Lake chips, which will be overclocked, to give you guys an ultimate showdown and also see how far we've come in recent times, or at least maybe in 10 years, almost a decade now, with a 1080 Ti as well as the graphics card. That'll be overclocked too. So hopefully this power supply will hold up in that comparison and it won't blow up. But anyway, if you've made it this far, I have one more little surprise. This is a GeForce GTX USB drive that NVIDIA gave me at PAX Australia, and they told me that I could do whatever I want with it, and I'm going to be giving it away to one of you guys. This will be a flash giveaway. I'll be announcing the winners in 1 day's time on Christmas Eve. So stay tuned for that giveaway. Link is in the description below. All you have to do to enter is click on the Gleam link, get in with a chance. I'll be announcing the winner for this very soon. As well, I've got 2 other giveaways running. If you haven't entered them already, get in with a chance. So it's Christmas, the season of giving, and I look forward to catching you guys in the live. If I don't, I will be announcing the winners on Twitter. So stay tuned. But anyway guys, that's about it for today. If you enjoyed today's video, then be sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments section below, what was your favorite product in today's video? I would have to give the slight edge, and I say slight because I did love that Corsair K70 Rapid Special Edition with the white and silver theme. That thing was awesome. The keys are so solid. The silver switches are amazing, but the slight edge goes to that Audio Technica headset. That thing blew me away. The audio in and out quality of that thing is just on another level. Yes, it's $200. Yes, it's expensive, but you generally get what you pay for, and what you're getting here is just one amazing headset. I look forward to using that in streams and broadcasting with it for you guys, and I can highly recommend it, at least after what I heard, both coming in and out of that thing. But also with that said, if you guys are interested in any of the products I've used in today's video, then I'll put the links in the description below with the prices. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.